Hello, gentlemen, ladies. Thank you for allowing me to provide this update today. Everyone knows excellent customer service and positive customer interactions are vital to our business. As a Fortune 500 insurance company, we're in a very competitive industry. In the claims service department, this is exceptionally important. We absolutely have to wow our customers, because if we don't, there are plenty of other companies just waiting to wow them for us. We all know how we want our employees to treat our customers. You know great interactions when you hear them, and all too often you know less than great interactions when you hear them. The problem of training employees to provide remarkable interactions isn't an easy one to solve. We've been training our employees on customer service since the day we opened our doors. In the end, though, research has shown that employees are only going to treat customers well if they want to. Let's talk about our employees. Across our locations, we have roughly 10,000 claims service employees. They're equal amounts male and female. They vary in age from low 20s to mid 60s. They have a wide range of background and experience level. Their education level ranges from GEDs to graduate degrees. Many of them have industry-specific designations or are in the process of earning them. Their level of professionalism is varied as well. They are also different that applying a one-size-fits-all training program to them seems hardly appropriate. The training plan we're working on can be adapted to all of them in each department. We've all been through customer service training before. It comes in spurts. Sometimes it's annually required, sometimes more or less often. But in every organization I've ever been associated with, one thing's been common to them all. Employees get through their training. It's a box to check. It's a chore to complete. It's a requirement to fulfill. I've never yet had an employee come ask me for more training unless they were just trying to avoid work, which is another matter altogether. We rarely see employees, peers, or direct reports talk about their supplemental training programs in a positive way. We seldom encounter workers who demonstrate measurable improved performance from getting through required training sessions. It comes down to attitudes and it comes down to motivation. So how do we get our employees to want to improve? If we want our training programs to be successful, they must gain the learner's attention and be relevant to them. They must instill confidence and provide a sense of satisfaction in learning. We intend to use appropriate strategies throughout the design of learning to interject these elements to motivate our learners. Whether it's customer interactions, increased performance production, or just getting the basics down, they're only going to improve if they want to. For something as important as training our people, millions of dollars and countless hours are spent where employees are away from production to undergo training programs. No matter the training forum, one thing is sure. If people want to improve, they will. And if they care enough to engage, they'll exit the training program in a better place than when they entered. So let's break it down. Our employees need training to improve customer service, business acumen, and knowledge and skills in their particular roles. They also have to take annual compliance training specific to the insurance industry, which is mandated by statute. Currently, employees are given a list of online learning modules to take every year, usually in the first quarter of each year. The only incentive employees really have to take the training is that they are told it's required and time is scheduled for them to do it. Beyond that, we've observed no indications that the training is rewarding to them or to us. As a whole, our employees have the skills necessary to obtain the knowledge needed to perform this job well. It's simply a matter of providing our training to them in a way that they can benefit from. We have time and resources to devote to our training. We schedule it for each employee every year, and we spend money developing our current learning modules. We want our employees to have the nuanced knowledge necessary to perform their jobs. We want them to do it accurately and in a customer-friendly manner. Our pay and bonus structure adequately motivates our employees to want to perform. Most of our workforce is motivated to perform. We just need to help them get there. Is it good enough to herd people through required training programs and hope that behaviors will improve? Are there any proven methods of shaking it up in a way that will yield improved attitudes toward training along with improved performance? It just so happens that there is. Multiple methods and strategies exist to address training deficiencies. Two approaches will fit best given the various complexities of the situation: self-directed learning and communities of practice. Both methodologies rely upon individuals who are self-motivated and who seek a better way of doing things for improving their own skill set. Research shows that a self-directed learner is not necessarily someone who learns alone. They often work with an interdependent and collective effort in a social context. This interactivity allows a learning organization to use self-directed learning as a component and methodology in one's personal and professional growth within an organization. Self-directed learning takes place in many social contexts on a regular basis. Adult learners who use self-directed learning are individuals who will recognize how and when interaction with others will help to grow additional knowledge and build new networks within their organizations. This interaction is how and where a community of practice comes into play. Communities of practice can be self-directed and have a level of control as well for management. When motivation is appropriately set, employees see a benefit to developing knowledge. It allows employees to judge their level of participation and engagement in the task to determine how much they need to invest into the task at hand. Additionally, they can make these decisions without seeking management approval or guidance. The combination can be negative when people participate in the community of practice without knowledge of experience on the subject matter and who have not attempted to invest the time and effort to understand the subject matter. This lack of experience can cause employees to become disengaged and unmotivated. This is why careful planning is so important. So what does self-directed learning look like in our organization? Self-directed learning should be offered for employees who have completed initial training and demonstrated aptitude. Once they've gained approval for self-directed learning, they have options. They can choose the order of required learning topics. They can pick topics that interest them. Within the chosen topics, employees can choose from different types of learning: online learning modules, group study sessions, teaching topics back to coworkers, and more options to be added. By giving options and allowing employees to steer their own learning experience, we expect increased engagement. Instead of being told what to do, they're allowed to choose what to do. As they make decisions, they have ownership and responsibility for their learning. What do communities of practice look like in our organization? Forums are set up for different topics where employees can search for topics and post solutions to problems. Employees are asked to log into the forums and search topics and answer questions of others. Trusted employees can earn the right to be moderators and review the content for accuracy. Employees are taught that their insights are valuable and they're encouraged to share them. We want their experiences to be shared so others can learn from them instead of learning the same lessons over again. Sharing of best practices through in-person meetings can be set up at regular intervals. Prior to these meetings, moderators prepare topics that are on the mind of leadership. Employees are given an agenda in advance so they can come armed with knowledge in the areas they are strong in. Employees share best practices and ideas on how to meet different challenges. So I'll walk you through now a look at how this can work. Within communities of practice, issues are identified. Employees post the issues in the forums. Employees read about the issues. Are they knowledgeable on the subject matter? If yes, employees work together to learn the subject matter. If no, can they use self-directed learning to learn about the issues? If yes, employees work together to learn the subject matter. If no, managers and employees determine if another method is preferred. That's the end of my prepared remarks today. What questions do you have for me?